Alright. Alright. I guess we're gonna get right into it. My girlfriend is saying things that I will not repeat. Alright, I'm gonna exist now. Hello, welcome to the stream. Today we're gonna go through my Letterboxd and we're gonna see what's going on there. This is an idea I've had for a little bit, but very interested to see how it'll actually turn out. Whoa! We already have two members in the chat. We got Juno Spite with the balls and Hannah with the heyo. Maybe this time I'll actually put the chat on the screen. We'll see. I have to set up the actual Letterboxd preview now, so we gotta figure it out. I think this is the fastest we've had chat members on a live stream. On a new live stream, that is. Let's see. How about I put this screen here so I'm actually looking in the direction of my camera. So I need to hit studio mode. I need to hit up my other thing. So I did realize some technical difficulties we were having. I don't know if you could really tell on the stream. Maybe the audio's a little desynced, but other than that, I think it's fine. Window capture. That is certainly one of the windows that could be captured. That's not the window I'm trying to capture though. See, that we don't want to do display capture. That's dangerous. Let's just get our funny Letterboxd. Here is the Letterboxd. Here it is. Me thinking. Tier list. Oh, there it is. Let me set this up. So, what did we think of that Nintendo Switch 2 Direct? Oh man, it certainly was a direct, and they certainly were announcing a new console. Got a little shout out to 100%, 100%. Why is this being weird? Maybe it's locked down. No, this is like the only one that's not locked down. I don't know. Gaming is so back. Yeah, I mean, gaming has never been more back now that we have the paraplegic basketball game on Switch 2. It was definitely an interesting showcase. There was a lot of good stuff. There was Dusk Bloods. There was new Donkey Kong. The new Mario Kart game actually looks really good, and I genuinely want to pick it up. It's just crazy how they're like pricing this stuff. Obviously, stuff's just more expensive now in general, but it's pretty dang wild to see it. Actually, like, see the effects of it. I don't know, maybe it's a country thing, maybe we're just stuck in this hellscape, maybe we can escape. Overall, I think I was excited. I was happy with what was there, but there certainly could be more. Alright, we're gonna go to the Letterboxd stream now. Let me know if there are any issues, because I will probably not be aware of them. And now we can actually possibly... See, I don't have a chat. Let's see. Window capture, chat, already in use. The fuck? Is there a chat here? I don't see it. Okay, we can put it there, and then I want to be able to like blending method. Yeah, I don't know. I ain't no gamers. Blending method. How do people make their chats look good on their stream? I don't know. We'll run with it. We'll run with it for now, and we'll see how it goes. Came to say hi. About Time should be 5 stars. Absolutely, About Time is 5 stars. That's why it's right here on the top 4. So I guess, you know, first things first. Today we're going over the Letterboxd account. And as you can see, we got Yusuke Urameshi as the icon. What can I say? I only have the best taste in cinema. So, our 4 favorites here. I don't know how much I want to go into the 4 favorites right now and how much I'll talk about a little bit later. But we have About Time, The Living Daylights, The Empire Strikes Back, and Dune Part 2. All 10 out of 10 films in my opinion. All like have informed my cinematic interests and have like really I guess hit me in a certain way, especially About Time. See, that's like the first one here, because I think About Time truly is my favorite movie, my favorite film that I've seen, and it's just like, it is one of the most beautiful films that I have ever seen, and I love showing it to people, because everyone, you know, you kind of see it, you're like, oh, what is this romantic comedy by the director of Love Actually? You're like, come on, what is this? And then, like, when you get into it, and you're kind of like, okay, it's time travel. There's, like, some cool shit going on. And then the movie just keeps going, and you just get such strong character moments, such strong emotional beats, and it like, really tells a profound message about just, like, living a fulfilling life. It's really something special. I really want to maybe even do a video essay about it eventually, one day. As for movies I recently watched Interstellar with the boys yesterday. Probably my 3rd or 4th time seeing Interstellar. Just Kino peak cinema. I had it rated at a 9 before, but now it's a 10. It's gotta be a 10. It's just like I said about Time. It's just one of those beautiful movies. Like, I really think it has like an incredible thematic through line. And I think I'm just in love with Christopher Nolan's movies. I love all of them that I've seen. I'm pretty sure I've seen almost everything. And we'll get to those. We'll definitely see his other movies on the list. We have Rush Hour, which was very fun. You know, like late 90s action comedy. Pretty iconic movie. Jackie Chan's pretty cool. You know, it's just kind of just a fun movie. I don't have that much to say about it. Rocky 4. Now, I have opinions about Rocky that we'll get to. But Rocky 4 was okay. It was like the definition of a mid-movie. It was just like, it was a very whatever movie. Dolph Lundgren was in it. He has barely any lines, but, you know, he's pretty good. Yeah, I don't know. I've got a lot to say about the Rocky movies, but we'll save that for a little later. Char's Counterattack. I didn't actually watch this recently. I just reviewed it because I thought it would be funny. Probably peak fiction for people who drink a glass of milk with their steak. Which is, of course, a reference to Captain America, the First Avenger. But it's very apt, I think. It's just like a very dry movie, I guess. I haven't watched it in many, many years. It's just like, I don't know. I really don't know where I stand on it. That's why I didn't rate it. So, you know, we're not really gonna go into it too much. So, one of my biggest goals in all this is actually going through my films and rating them. I guess going in. Do we go in time order? Let's go in rating order. So we go in lowest to highest. Or actually, we can swap it around. We can do it like this. So we're going lowest to highest. And I also want to review at least all of the X-Men movies. I don't know if I will review everything like going forward. I might review other stuff, but I'm thinking I want to review X-Men. Alright, Dusk says, I'm listening to the Firelink Shrine music in DS3 while you talk. I don't remember what that sounds like, but I imagine that's a pretty crazy combination. Listening to the Firelink Shrine music while protagonist talks about fucking Elf. I have no words for Elf. It's a half star for a reason. Absolute 1 out of 10 movie. Jon Favreau. I did not know Jon Favreau directed this. I do like his other movies. Funnily enough, I do kind of like Jon Favreau as a director, but he did make The Lion King. So they can't all be winners. Cowboys and Aliens, though. Should I watch this? Should I put this on my watch list? I mean, it's got Daniel Craig and Harrison Ford. That is a crazy combination. It's making this very dramatic. Absolutely. As it should be. You know what? Cowboys and Aliens is going on the watch list. I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna watch it. Fuck Elf. I hate this movie. Everyone I know, not everyone I know, but like almost my entire family loves this movie. They watch it like every Christmas, and I just can't stand it. I basically hate all holiday movies, so you're gonna see a few of those on the low end here. Yes, watch it. It's fun. Okay, absolutely. I mean, how can you go wrong with Daniel Craig and Harrison Ford? That's just absolutely insane. Speaking of Harrison Ford, we have to talk about the worst movie ever made, The Rise of Skywalker. There's many words, and many of them have been said. I don't even know what I can say about this movie. It just ruins everything that Rian Johnson tried to build up in The Last Jedi. And it just completely, doesn't pay service to any of the characters, any of the actors, the series as a whole. I'm personally one of J.J. Abrams' biggest haters. I despise this man. MI3, worst Mission Impossible movie. We'll get to it. I hate that movie. And I hate his 2 Star Wars movies. I don't even like The Force Awakens anymore. I'm not a fan of it. I don't even, I can't even enjoy it based on some kind of nostalgia. Because it's just not a good movie. He makes cheaply, sloppily written nostalgia grab, like cash grab nostalgia fests, and frankly I'm not standing for it, and it's just sad and disheartening to see such a good series fall so far, even though it's already fallen so far because we have episodes 1 and 2, the prequels right here, same rating. I don't like the prequels at all. I know a lot of people have kind of reevaluated the prequels and they're like, no, they're actually kind of good sometimes. I'm like, nah, man, it's not good. There may be some good parts about the first 2 prequels, but just George Lucas, he's a great ideas man, but bro just needs to be out of the director's chair, and he needs more people. He just needs more people critiquing his writing. it's not like the Phantom Menace was literally shot on like the first draft of a script. It's just completely backwards way of making a movie, and it just the entire series suffers because of it. And it's just really disappointing. I wasn't even alive, and I'm still disappointed. Let's see. Let me go to my silly studio mode and deactivate my camera on my other scenes. And then, hopefully, camera will run a little better. I don't know. It is a stream. It doesn't matter. Of course, we have a live-action Death Note. I don't know what they're... Look at this fucking guy. Nat Wolf. Bro's name is Nat. Nat Wolf. I don't know. What, like, bro's still in movies, I guess. He's a guy. I don't care. I just don't care, honestly. I genuinely don't care. We're not really gonna talk about it. Who was the... Yeah, Margaret Qualley was in this movie. I forgot about that. I didn't clock that until, like, now. Huh. Yeah, I don't know. Huh. You know, I'm genuinely surprised at the amount of actors in this movie that are... Is he like the physical actor? I'm genuinely surprised at the amount of actors in this movie that are genuinely, like, recognizable. Because that is just so strange to me. Adam Wingard, he's like a hack too, right? He fucking directed the King Kong movies? The, like, Godzilla versus Kong? That is interesting. This guy just looks like a Redditor. Like, look at that beard. Who would choose to have facial hair like that? That's crazy. Bro's throwing out ad hominem attacks to this guy. Shark Boy and Lava Girl, it's exactly what you see on the tin. It's a movie. I watched it when I was a tiny child. 1 out of 10. 1 out of 10 movie. Now, this movie is quite possibly the most irritating movie I've ever watched. This was just always a movie, and no disrespect to Eddie Murphy. Who's this guy? No disrespect to this guy either. Honestly, no disrespect to anyone involved in these movies. This is just quite possibly the most irritating movie I've ever seen. It's just like, I don't know, it's just a loud, dumb kids movie, I guess. I don't know. Like, what's the point? What's the point of, like, trying to critique this? It's a 1, I don't care. Fucking G.I. Joe, the movie. Now, this movie, I would rewatch. I would rewatch this. I don't have, like, a crazy, big explanation for why. It's directed by the guy who did the first 2 Mummy movies, which I really like, even though I haven't seen them. I haven't even marked this as watched. I'm pretty sure I've seen this movie. I'm not 100%. I know I've definitely seen The Mummy Returns because they would always show it on Cartoon Network movie nights. But, I don't really know if I've seen the first one. But anyways, it's a big dumb movie. It's, of course, based on the G.I. Joe cartoon from the 80s, which I don't think anybody cares about in, like, any significant capacity. Other than 80s consumer brain. But it does have Christopher Eccleston in it, which makes me a bit curious. Granted, as you can see, Christopher Eccleston isn't always in peak cinema. He's in Thor: The Dark World as the villain. I don't know. I should maybe get a little more into his career, though. He's done a lot of cool stuff. What's next? Romeo and Juliet. I saw this movie in theaters. 2011. What a fucking year. The director of Shrek 2 And Smurfs: The Lost Village from 2017. I didn't even know that was a movie. I guess there's no reason I would know that it was a movie, but you know. Yeah, I have nothing to say about this. 1 out of 10. I just have nothing to say about it. It really is just like a completely not remarkable film for me. Fred 1 and 2. What do you got when you say about Fred 1 and 2? It's Fred 1 and 2. What do you want from me? What do we got? What do we got? Ryan Reynolds, Green Lantern. It's crazy to me that I've even seen this. I mean, I probably saw it when it came out, or at least a year it came out, which is fucking over a decade ago at this point. It's just like... It's just crap. It's just crap. And it's like, it's nothing... There's nothing good about it. The Grinch. I never liked this one. Directed by Ron Howard. Interesting. I don't think I like this guy. I don't think I'm a fan of him. There are some movies that he's made that I might watch. Probably Willow. Maybe this funny Christopher Hemsworth thing. Nah. Don't like it. Never liked it. Was always a big fan of the animated Dr. Seuss adaptations, and I never really liked the other adaptations. We'll get to that. Ang Lee Hulk. This is a movie that, like, maybe I should watch again? Ang Lee also did Gemini Man and Brokeback Mountain. What the fuck? This man has a weird career. Brokeback Mountain, Life of Pi, Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, Sense and Sensibility. Like, I'm putting that on the list. Is Brokeback Mountain on the list? Life of Pi. Is Life of Pi a good movie? I feel like I remember this movie being super hyped when it came out. Should I watch it? No idea. Ang Lee Hulk. It's just... It is not what I thought it was gonna be. It was just like... I watched this at a very young age. And it was just like... Very weird movie. Very strange experience. Especially like... as a kid watching it. I was like, what is going on? And plus, like... When I saw this... I wanted to watch... the 2008 version of The Incredible Hulk with, we'll get to it, I forgot his name, but, you know, the kind of MCU, non-MCU one. It is still technically in the MCU, but it's weird rights stuff and Paramount, I guess. I don't really know. Yeah, this movie, it has some interesting stuff. It's got some comic panels. It's got some funny transitions. I think from an editing perspective, it's a very interesting movie, and it's pretty fun. You know, the only other movie that takes bold editing... there are only a few movies that take such bold editing choices, and some of them are peak, and some of them are Hulk 2003. Let's just skip Igor for now and talk about The Incredible Hulk. This movie is not any better. Edward Norton, Liv Tyler, funnily enough, Tim Roth is in it. It's just... It's one of those movies. I don't got much to say about it, but it's just not, like... Not good. It's not good. It's very bland. I don't care about it. Igor. Igor is a funny-ass movie. Igor is, like... I got nothing to say about Igor. Like, what do you want me to say? This dude directed the Emoji Movie. Literally from the mind that brought you the Emoji Movie. And Lilo and Stitch 2, funnily enough. This guy does not have that many credits. He also wrote the Emoji Movie and Igor. He also acted in the Emoji Movie as Pizza. This guy. Anastasia. Haven't seen that. 2012. Bro was in a couple movies. I feel like I remember there was like a rabbit in this movie. was like a weird mangled rabbit. You see, I don't know if this movie necessarily deserves the half-star rating. It might just be like a no-star rating because I got nothing to say about it. But like, I don't know. This is one of those movies that like, this is like a fever dream movie to me because this is a movie that like, after a certain point in my life, I was like, there is no way that I can prove that that is a real movie that exists that I actually watched, or it was just a figment of my imagination, and I like, it was a literal fever dream, and it's actually not a real movie. But funnily enough, it does indeed exist. Insurgent is completely unremarkable. It's shit. The entire Divergent series is pretty bad. The only redeeming factor is I'm very bad with names, especially when I'm on the fly. Why is she not here? She's in the poster. This girl. I'm forgetting her name. Forgetting her name. Kravitz. Oh. Daughter to Lenny Kravitz. Zoe Kravitz. Yeah, she was in this movie. She's in a couple of movies. What was the movie where I'm kind of like, yeah, I don't know, what the fuck did I sort by? Release date newest. Huh. You know, the more I look into her career, the more I'm like, she's in a lot of movies, and I just didn't like recognize her until the Batman. And then I was like, yeah, Zoe Kravitz is pretty good. And then I would just like look back on other movies, like I'd watch Mad Max or I'd watch X-Men First Class. I'd be like, oh hey, it's Zoe Kravitz. Pretty good career, pretty decent stuff. Insurgent, pretty bad. Transformers movies, I got nothing to say about the Transformers movies. I really don't. Twilight movies, I have seen. There are 5 Twilight movies. I've only seen the first 2 and the last 2. I skipped the middle one. I don't even know what it's called. And I will not research that or look it up or anything. They're just movies that I've been kind of forced into watching during various stages of my life. Like, not necessarily forced into watching, just they were like on. The time that I really remember watching them was during COVID, where I was hanging out with a bunch of cousins, and for some reason, they all decided to watch every Twilight movie in pretty quick order. And I was just around, like, what else was I gonna do other than watch Twilight and hang out with the dogs? Like, that's pretty much all there was to do. So, you know, that's how I ended up watching 4 out of the 5 Twilight movies. And they're all half-star. They're all absolutely terrible. No redeeming factors. Although, I guess the one redeeming factor is Robert Pattinson being there. That's pretty much it. Divergent. We talked about Divergent. Divergent, more like Neurodivergent. 2014. Who is Neil Burger? He directed Limitless? Ain't no way. The Illusionist from 2006. Edward Norton. Wait a minute. Is this that movie that is like the same plot as The Prestige? It might be. Prestige is great. We're gonna get to that. That's a 9 out of 10 right there. Yeah, I don't fucking have words for Divergent. The Scorch Trials, also terrible. I know my boys in the Discord watched all of the Maze Runner movies, and they're all bad, and everyone knows it, and this movie is no better. Fucking Wes Ball. He did direct this guy looks young. He was born in 1980? Okay. This guy is, Nepo Baby Spotted? He did direct the new 8 movie, which this got pretty good reviews, so maybe he's getting better. I'm a fan of those 8 movies. Who the fuck? I've seen this person. I don't know who they are. He's apparently directing the upcoming Zelda movie, which is scary, I guess. The dude who directed the Maze Runner is directing the Zelda movie, bro. Ain't no way. Bro has got no hope in that movie. Shorts. Shorts is just one of those movies that you find yourself watching in 2009. Robert Rodriguez. Bro cooks. And I don't know if it always comes out good, but you can't deny that bro cooks. You can't deny that bro, that like rent is due and bro gets paid. Like, I don't know. Bro made Sin City and Alita Battle Angel. I don't really know what you need. From Dusk Till Dawn. I did not know that George Clooney was the star in this. Quentin Tarantino. Okay. That's going on the list. I don't know. Spy Kids and Sin City. Yeah, he's a fucking crazy guy. He's got a crazy career. It could only have come from the same man. Think about the editing and the effects of both movies, and then you're like, wait, that's very obviously the same guy. I haven't seen Sin City or Alita Battle Angel, but I'm inclined to think that I would think they're pretty decent. I have seen the Alita Battle Angel anime from the 90s. That was very good. I probably should read the manga too, because the anime is like literally 90 minutes. And the manga is like 50 volumes or something. Manga's pretty long. This is a movie that I think I saw in theaters. In fact, I'm not even sure if I watched this movie. I think I saw it. Dwayne Johnson. I need to watch Sin City. Yeah, I mean, that seems like a cool movie. Bruce Willis. I mean, like, bro, I got nothing to say about this movie. I don't even remember this movie. Like, maybe I saw it. It was 2009. I was fucking like, how old would have been in 2009? Like 7 or 8 or something like that. Like, I got nothing. Crimes of Grindelwald. You know, sometimes you take something good and then you just ruin it. I'm one of the few people that really likes the original Fantastic Beasts movie. I suppose we'll talk more about that. This movie is just a heinous crime, which is, I guess, not really surprising anymore, given J.K. Rowling and her other heinous crimes. Sherlock. This is not a movie. This is a TV show episode. But it was not good. I'm just going to remove it because it's literally not a movie. But whatever. Catwoman. Directed by Pitoff. Famous director Pitoff. What can you possibly say about Catwoman? It's got Halle Berry, and it's one of those movies that, like, if you put on, I'm quoting Cosmonaut Marcus 100% when saying this, but like, this is one of those movies where you don't watch it, you just put it on, and then like every now and then you look at the screen and you're gonna see some crazy shit. That's like pretty much his words verbatim, but no one has said it better. And it's like 100% true. I put this movie on as a joke for my cousins one time. And then they were literally like, you made your bed. Now you gotta sleep in it. And then we watched it. We just watched it. And then like, we were like, this is like the worst fucking movie I've ever seen. That probably happened in like 2018 or something. Like, yesterday, I know a lot of people probably like this movie. It was just like, I mean, look, I love funny British movies. I'm a big fan of funny British movies. But this movie was just not good. Well, a lot of things. I didn't think it was very good. I have never really been a Beatles listener, nor do I really know that much about the Beatles, so really had no tie to it. And just a really whatever movie, in my opinion. Bro was in Tenet? Bro's gonna be in the Odyssey? Oh, man. Okay. Interesting. The other guys, this is like famous abyss fiction for me. I know a lot of people like this movie. I famously hate this movie. I don't like Will Ferrell. I don't like Mark Wahlberg. I don't like anything going on here. 2010. The movie came out in 2010. This feels way older than 2010. This feels like 2005. 2010. Shit came out the same year as Inception, Shutter Island, Tangled. What were we doing? What were we doing? Fucking Journey 2. Wait, we missed a few. The Wild. I have never fully watched this movie. You know what? I'm gonna review it. This is our first review. We're gonna say, like, this was the first cinematic experience. Oh, you guys can see how shit I am at typing. Oh no. This was the first cinematic experience I ever had. And I hated it so much. That I made my dad How do I word this? Because I can't say that I walked out, because I didn't walk out. I was like, I'm out. Get me out of here. We got a boot. And then my dad got me out. I feel like, I'm pretty sure I just saw this with my dad. And then I was like, we gotta get out of here. It was very loud. It was just too loud for me. I was probably like 4 years old. It was 2006, so I was 4 years old, yeah. And that could not, my like my neurodivergent sensory brain could not handle it. My first movie experience was just not gonna happen. I'm just gonna say I walked out, because that is funnier to think that like a 4-year-old is having like such a critical view of this movie. That's like, this movie is complete disaster. I'm gonna go home and watch Tarzan 2. Like, yeah. And I've heard it's just a shit movie no matter what. Okay, Wendy Wu, Homecoming Warrior. This was a movie, and it certainly was made, and it no doubt exists. Funny Disney Channel movie. Brenda Song, she is in it. She's in Blue Eyed Samurai. It's pretty interesting. Yeah, I mean, I don't have words for this movie. I shouldn't even rate this movie. It doesn't deserve a rating. I don't remember goddamn anything about it. Level Up. Now this one was one for the gamers out there. This one was a true gamer moment. I completely forgot Wendy Wu was a movie. Yeah, I don't blame you. It's just, I don't know. It was one of those movies, a lot of actors from Disney Channel they had their main show that they were in. Pretty sure Brenda Song was mainly in Sweet Life with Zack and Cody. And they had like other side projects that they did while they were doing like their main DCOM or like their main career. Some of them were more into music and stuff. But they always had these little spin-offs, and that was like her spin-off which I mean, it probably was like for like a diversity and representation standpoint. You know, back in like 2008, that was probably like a really good movie for Disney Channel to actually make, because you know you just didn't get that much representation back then. But I genuinely don't remember anything about it. So like it could be a decent movie. Like there are some Disney Channel movies that I still like. I mean, they're not great movies, but I still am like, this is like cinema. I will get to it. High School Musical 2, cinema. I don't know who the fuck. So these TV movie directors, especially for like these Cartoon Network and these Disney Channel movies, they come from like these weird ass movies that no one's ever heard of, and then they make these this is the movie with the guy from The Boys. What is his name in The Boys? A-Train. A-Train. This is the movie with A-Train. Bro is in Smile. We'll get to Smile. Fuck this movie, dude. Eli gave it a mid. I haven't seen this one, but we'll get to it. Yeah, I don't know. I used to think this guy doesn't even have a picture. This guy right here, I used to think that was Miles Teller. Like when I saw Miles Teller in other movies, I was like, yeah, it's that guy from Level Up. It's not, but you know. Dark web, bro. Well, I'm glad that Jesse T. Usher has a career. We don't need to think about this movie anymore. The Thunderbirds. Now, I think this was like a reboot of an old TV show. I think. I don't even know. Like, I literally don't know. 2004, I watched this. It was on Disney Channel. I think I watched it on DVD as well. I don't know. Bro directed some Star Trek movies. That's actually pretty cool. Clock Stoppers. I have not seen this, but it's you know, it's one of those movies. It's out there. This is gonna take a lot out of me. I'm like just now realizing this. The water is not helping. Journey 2. Fucking... I don't know what you want me to say about Journey 2. It's got Josh Hutcherson in it. That's all you need. What more do you need in like a feature film than Josh Hutcherson? Fucking... This is a movie that is not very good. It's just like... It's just an old movie where people get their shit rocked. People get the shit kicked out of them. I didn't really understand it. I think... Saw it in theaters. It was mid. I don't remember which movie that's referring to. Maybe Journey 2. But certainly a movie. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think I really understood this movie when I watched it. I was kind of forced to watch it for a class. People really like it. I mean, I'm sure it's like about like a real time in history and like some crazy shit that happened to people. Damn, bro. What is with this chat delay? I was talking about Smile. Oh yeah, Smile. Okay. Yeah, I'm not a horror movie guy, as we'll get into. But yeah, Smile is just like crap, in my opinion. Smile 2, that is. I can't really speak on the original Smile. Yeah, this movie's probably fine. I'm going to remove my rating for it because I don't... You know, I'm not that guy anymore. Weathering with You. This was just a movie that I just thought was lame. Like, I enjoyed the concept of it. I did not enjoy the execution of it. Didn't enjoy the characterization. The callbacks to Your Name were kind of weird. But I think that's just something that Shinkai does. Like, he just likes to call back to his previous characters from his previous movies. Yeah, I don't like this one. Really like Your Name, though. Tusk. What? Oh god, accidentally hearted that. Tusk is just crap. Like Kevin Smith, fucking Yoga Hosers ass dude. He did make Yoga Hosers. 2016. I always think that this movie is like old as fuck. Apparently it's from 2016. I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, I don't want to talk about this movie. It's like a stupid ass body horror garbage. Haley Joel Osment is in it. I don't know, bro. I don't know. The Sandlot. I famously hate The Sandlot. This is a movie where I'm just like, I know that this is like a beloved movie, but like, it's one of those movies that I just personally found like obnoxious and kind of gross as a kid, and I'm like, no, that ain't me. As a kid, especially, I'm like, I only like movies that I can relate to, and this, it's like, I've never been a sports guy at all, and I've never liked baseball, so this movie is like alien to me. It's just not my movie. It just wasn't made for me. Captain Marvel, I think a 1 out of 10 is really harsh, but this movie was just completely unremarkable to me personally. I just didn't care about it. I thought that they really wasted Brie Larson as an actress. You know, they gave her a script that she couldn't really work with or like do good stuff with. I think Marvel, they work super well with some actors, but with other actors, they really drop the ball. Like, I feel like they're dropping the ball with Anthony Mackie right now, because I think some people, they just give them shitty scripts. And I think that's really the problem. Like, I don't think that Brie Larson is like a bad actress or anything, but I think they just gave her like the short end of the stick. And maybe they could, try again, but who knows? Who knows what's going on with Marvel? Another Marvel slap, Iron Man 2. Marvel slap. I watched it on a bootleg DVD in like 2010. The Battle of the Five freaking Armies, dude. Don't you just love watching things that you love just be run into the ground? Yeah, me too. More Venus. What could I possibly say about Morbius? It's got Matt Smith in it. If nothing else, it has Matt Smith. What is The Forgiven? And why does it have Ralph Fiennes and Jessica Chastain? Two actors that I really like in a movie together by a director I haven't heard of, and it has decent ratings. It's going on the list. Join stream and I am instantly jump scared by Morbius. Absolutely. It's just one of those days. Okay, what the fuck happened here? Pride and Prejudice and zombies. Like, did they just have to make like Pride and Prejudice for people that leave the toilet seat up? Like, what the fuck is like the methodology behind this film? Bro made 17 again, starring Zac Efron. What a movie. Bro, what the fuck is that? It's what it's, I imagine. This is a good movie. This is a very good movie. We'll get to it, I guess. Fucking more Venus. MI3. It's the worst movie I've ever seen, honestly. I'm going to be saying that a lot. MI3, it's kind of a love it or hate it movie. I know there are some people that really like it. Some people say it's their favorite Mission Impossible. I think it's easily the worst one. As I've said before, J.J. Abrams, total hack, total fraud. Bro's been on Fraud Watch since 2006. This is his debut. This shit is like, it's edited like a Saw movie. The directing is just disorienting. The plot, to me, was nonsensical. I only saw it once. Philip Seymour Hoffman, amazing performance. I mean, what can I say? I mean, Bro always gave it 110%. And, like, you can never say otherwise. But overall, Shit movie. Sherlock. This is another... You see... Okay. Might have to call myself out on this one. I really do like the Sherlock TV series. Sherlock has big ups and downs. I personally thought that this special was one of Sherlock's big downsides when I watched it. But now, I'm thinking that I might be inclined to watch it again and like give it a fair shake. Because now I feel like there might be more to it that I didn't quite get when I watched it. Like, this was 2016. So, I don't know if I watched it when it came out, but I was a teenager. And, you know... Excuse me. I'm basically thinking that, Martin Freeman has never been in a bad movie. What about... I say as I forget about the Hobbit trilogy. Well, if we take the Hobbit trilogy and then we look at something like the Maple Cut, you could say that, you know, you could take the Hobbit trilogy and make it into a good movie. We've seen it been done. So, I think it could still stand. I'm going to remove my rating for this because I want to watch it again. I really like... Is Maple Cut still on Letterboxd? I don't know. Let's look at it. So it's called The Hobbit, The Maple Cut, The Hob. Doesn't look like it. No, there's like a surprising amount of Hobbit movies. The Hobbits, 1993. Which one? This is television adaptation. Hobbit. Is this the Russian one? I don't know. It's a couple like... It's like a fan film? What language is that? Sister Act 2 Back in the Habit? What is this? What is this? Whoopi Goldberg. What is this? I've never heard of this movie. Anyways. Oh, Gemini Man. Ang Lee's Gemini Man. This movie is not good. My comfort movie? Oh, man. Oh. Mary Elizabeth Winstead was in it. That is crazy. Clive Owen. I do not remember him being in this movie. I'm getting fucking lightheaded thinking about this. Benedict Wong was in this movie. Oh, bro. I think I genuinely need like a fan on me. It's getting kind of toasty in here. Maybe I need like a drink with ice as well. Maybe I just need like a different drink. I need like an iced tea. Might take a intermission soon. We got 7 pages to go through. Kingsman, I don't like Kingsman. This is probably the best Kingsman. I don't like this movie. It's just kind of a... I don't know. It's just kind of a shitty parody of James Bond movies, and I feel like it just doesn't even... In my opinion, I have not seen a parody James Bond movie that actually gets across what makes a James Bond series special and can actually be like a decent, worthwhile movie in its own right. I might need to rewatch and reevaluate this movie in particular because I am a recent converted Matthew Vaughn fan because he's done a few movies that I really like. And by a few, I mean 3. And he's made 7 movies. He's directed 7 movies. You give too many half stars at protagonist. Maybe. Like we're correcting some things. We're righting some wrongs here. Oh man. Hunter x Hunter: The Last Mission You know, just like I did on Annie List, I think this movie deserves a review. Fortnite Battle Pass. Blow shit out my ass. That's all you need. That's Hunter x Hunter the last mission. Hop. Fuck this movie. We're going to be talking about this. This is going to be a big point of contention with this stream here. Fuck the Marsdenverse. Fuck the Marsdenverse. I am on record. I am the biggest Marsden hater there ever was, and we will talk about it. Disenchanted 2022. What the fuck? I did not know this was a movie. I am an Amy Adams fan. We will say that. Amy Adams, very good actress. Zoolander, you know. Now, not all of this is in the Marsdenverse. Not all of James Marsden's appearance are necessarily the Marsdenverse. I think we can describe what the Marsdenverse is, or maybe we can even start to build the Marsdenverse. Maybe we can make a list. Oh, fuck Bryan Singer Superman. Yeah. Oh boy, yeah, we're gonna have a lot to say about Bryan Singer later. I have never watched this movie. I will probably never watch this movie. The fuck? I did not know that was a thing. Yeah, fuck this movie. Fuck the Marsdenverse. 1 out of 10. This is the Spy Kids movie with smell-o-vision. That's all I got. That's the only thing that I can say. Who's Becky? I don't know. The Last Airbender, Clash of the Titans, Star Wars, Clone Wars movie, like Spy Kids. Like, we don't need to talk about most of these. Funny Batman and Robin movie. Okay. Here's the thing about Batman and Robin, and by extension Batman Forever, and by extension Joel Schumacher. By, like, as a whole. Family Guy Battle Pass blows shit out of my ass. You know, the thing about Joel Schumacher is he might secretly be a genius filmmaker. I think he just makes movies that, like, the average person can't understand. Now, I don't know goddamn anything about his other movies, but I do know about his Batman movies. They could be peak fiction, but only if you are like him and have slept with, like, 12,000 men in your life, which is apparently what he has stated. Something along those lines. I know that Casey can corroborate this number. I don't know if I got the number right, but I think only a man who has had sexual intercourse with thousands of other men can truly understand Batman and Robin and Batman Forever. I think that's, like, the only way that these movies can be, like, truly enjoyed at their greatest height. Casey says he's being truthful. Marvel's Madness. I fell asleep during this movie. I don't think I would watch it again. I think that, like, my criticisms are pretty... One for them, one for me mentally. One for them, one for me mentality. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. So I'm going to take away my rating. But I'm not going to rewatch it. I don't plan on reevaluating it. I don't really like this movie, but I don't think I can really rate it. Tokyo Tribe. This movie was just, like, not what I thought it was going to be. I think I went into this movie for, like... This is a Sono Shion... Wait. Yeah, this is a Sono Shion movie. This is the only one that I've seen. And I watched this movie not knowing anything about his previous career. and basically having no idea what I was getting into. And I also watched it when I was like 16. Um, I thought it was gonna be like a cool martial arts movie. And I thought it was gonna be like, it was kind of advertised as a rap musical. But I didn't really feel that it was a musical or even like a good musical. And it just had like this weird like comedy style where it's kind of just like gratuitous violence and really unfunny jokes, and it just wasn't very good at all. So that gets a 1 out of 10. I think I really probably need another drink. Bound. This movie is not good. It's not good, dude. This is just like, it was a movie that I was forced to watch for a class. It's like the Wachowskis' first ever movie that they made. Funny thing about film school and college is they just be making you watch stuff with like really hardcore sex scenes. And I mean, I'm not even trying to make a statement about that. I'm just saying that it's something that they do, and I'm just kind of surprised. Too many 1 out of 10s, bro tag. We're going through it in order. You see, I may have too many 1 out of 10s, but are any of these movies worth more than a 1 out of 10? Answer me this. The Bling Ring. This movie is just like genuinely shot with like a camcorder in a broom closet. Paris Hilton's closet, funnily enough. It's just Sofia Coppola. I don't know. I don't know what's going on with her. This is the only movie of hers that I've watched. Was not a fan. It was apparently based on a Vanity Fair article. Casey says the peak ring. This movie like broke my brain when I saw it. I hated this movie. Solo, a solo story. Yeah, I don't know. It's just everything wrong with with Disney Star Wars. Just like such a nothing movie. I don't know. Got nothing to say about this movie. I did not know he was in Oppenheimer. The Man with the Golden Yacht. This is one of the lesser James Bond movies. I don't know if it's definitely not my least favorite. I gave it a 1 out of 10, but it's not even my least favorite James Bond movie. Really like Roger Moore, and this was one of my first movies that I saw him in, so it didn't really give me a good first impression of him. But these days, I'm a big Roger Moore fan. This movie just kind of, it's not very fun. Well, from what I remember, this is a movie that I think a lot of people have kind of reevaluated, and a lot of people, especially if they grew up with it, they enjoy it a lot more. But just kind of one of those Bond movies that I didn't think was remarkable, and I didn't think really cut to the heart of what makes a good Bond movie. So it's a 1. It could go up, honestly, because I will rewatch it at some point. Guy Hamilton. Guy Hamilton did also make Diamonds Are Forever, which is possibly the worst Bond movie. Roger Moore is deaf and acquired taste. If you're not a Brit. All Brits love Roger Moore. All non-Brits must acquire Roger Moore. I genuinely, when I clicked on this, I was like, why the fuck did I watch this movie? I saw it in theaters. It was 2022. That was kind of a dark time for movies. Like, okay. A lot of good movies came out in 2022, but I feel like this came out early enough in the year where all of the good movies had not come out yet. You saw it twice. I did see it twice. Yeah, and I almost forgot about that. Because I saw it in theaters, and then me and Casey watched it. I kind of forced him to watch it one night because I was like, Fantastic Beasts movies are so bad. and I just kind of turned it on and we just watched it. You forced me to watch it. Yeah, I did. It's a very funny movie to force someone to watch because it's so unremarkable. He also gave it a 1 out of 10. Yeah. It does have Mads Mikkelsen in it, though. No one can say that it doesn't have Mads Mikkelsen in it. Speaking of, we're going to put some Mads Mikkelsen movies on the list. Mostly that one. I don't know if there's other ones. Hannibal was literally the only Fantastic Beasts movie I saw for a while. You cretin. Well, I'm glad I could be of service. Belle is fucking bad. I feel like a lot of people like this movie. Alright, let's get one thing clear. The music is very good. Music in this movie is a 10. The actual movie is just so unorganized and just doesn't know what it wants to be that I can't even follow the story. And it's a 1 out of 10 because of that. Because this movie has like 6 different plot threads and none of them get properly like delved into or fleshed out at all, which leaves the entire experience feeling completely hollow and dumbed down from Mamoru Hosoda's previous films, which were mostly very focused on specific themes and like kind of technological concepts, which this movie also is. I would even go as far as to say this movie is a spiritual successor to Summer Wars, which is one of my favorite movies, but this movie just has none of the soul that Summer Wars had. And it's so disorganized. Like, there's so many characters that are barely in the movie. There's so many bizarre sequences that don't even fit in with the rest of the film. And it's just like, just a movie I have a really hard time to parse. And like, I really like a lot of his other movies. Like, I love Summer Wars. I really like The Boy and the Beast. Really like this One Piece movie. There's a lot I haven't seen. I kind of want to watch Our War Game. I've heard that is like pretty cool and like a predecessor to Summer Wars. His new movie, the key art for his new movie looks really sick, so I'm excited for whatever that turns out to be. We'll see. Diamonds Are Forever. I do not like this one. I'm not a fan of it. I'm really not. This movie is fucking bananas. How do you have this sorted? Earliest rated or something? It's lowest to highest. Lowest rated to highest rated. So we're talking about only bad movies, and then we're going to talk about only good movies. I have not that much to say. Pain. Should I change it up? I don't know. Maybe there's a better way to do this, but this is the way I decided to do it. So maybe I'm stuck with it. I don't have much to say about this movie. Muad'Dib does make an appearance, so it gets 1 point for that, I guess. It's easily one of my least favorite Bond movies. Sean Connery. I was almost going to say that he was washed. He was definitely not washed. He just kind of is mailing in his performance in this movie. It was like the last time that he reprised his role as Bond. And I don't really know why. So like, he was Bond for like the first couple of films. Then they had George Lazenby. Then they went back to him for one movie, this one. Then they went with Roger Moore until the late 80s, or the mid 80s rather. This is the one with Bambi and Thumper though. You know, I don't really remember, but I'm sure it is. Does he like watch Bambi, or like there's a reference to Bambi? I only remember us making jokes about Bambi too. That's like most of what I remember. Percy Jackson. This movie sucks ass. This movie is just bad. um, this movie is like a complete non-movie. It's just like it's not an adaptation of the book. It's not an adaptation of Greek myth. It's not a good movie. Every character talks the exact same. It's not funny. It's not endearing. The effects aren't good. The plot isn't good. The script isn't good. Maybe those are DLC memories you don't need to unearth, though. Okay. Lady Gaga montage, though. True. This was 2010, so it was in the era where everyone was Gaga for Gaga, I guess. Yeah, I don't really have anything good to say about it, though. Old Dogs. I saw this in the theater with my cousin. Weird John Travolta movie. Robin Williams was in it. I don't know. I feel like this was like one of those. I feel like it was like a Disney produced movie. I don't know. I just remember it being like a comedy that I didn't like. Since I was a kid, I've never liked comedy movies. There's just something about comedy. Excuse me. Something about comedy in movies. Or a lot of comedy movies that puts me off. Oh my god, I think I'm recalling some of your 10 out of 10s. Will be funny to see them pop up. Pop up out of nowhere. Yeah. See, a lot of this was like, I'm gonna reevaluate movies. Maybe, okay. I'm gonna change the sorting. We're gonna go from should I go released? Let's go released. There's a lot of movies that we're not going to talk about that much. We're changing it. We're changing it up. Why is Fred the movie not a 10 out of 10? I mean, it's Fred the movie. I don't know what to tell you, man. I think this will be more interesting. We can talk about more variations of movies. I am going to go get an iced tea and maybe a snack because I think I require sustenance. So I will be right back. Let me just Alright, bro is back. We got the snack haul. We got bowl of pretzels. We got the cheese stick. We got hummus. And we have iced tea and sparkling water. And I turned the AC on. I got the fan on. Bro is cooking up here. Alright, so we've changed things up a little bit. We're not going to reiterate or re-talk about any movies that we've already talked about, but we are going to talk about a bunch of other movies. So, Leave Her to Heaven is a very good movie. This is what they would call like a Technicolor noir. And it's just a movie where this girl just wants to, well, I don't know. I feel like it can be a deeper movie than, well, let's see. Was rewatching Revenge of the Sith the other day, and there's a scene where Anakin takes his shirt off, but he's still wearing his robe. He looks like Aaron from AOT. That's kind of crazy. Talking about Fantastic Beasts for an extended period of time will do this to an MF. Yeah. 100%. It takes a lot out of you. I don't know. Old movie. People are not here to see this. Old movie. Good movie. You know how it is. The Third Man. This movie kind of fucking rips. This movie's kind of awesome. For being from like 1949. It's a cool like noir. A lot of the older movies I've seen are noir based. So I mostly watched them in school. I had a noir class. Yeah, it's a cool ass movie. Orson Welles is in it. He's pretty crazy in it. And it's just like, it's one of those classic movies that you'll hear about every now and then. And I think it's still worth the watch. High Noon. Don't have much to say about High Noon. Funny Western movie. Rear Window. This is a movie that a lot of people like, but I don't. I just never really didn't really see the love for it, you know. "12 Angry Men" is where it's at. 12 Angry Men, great movie. I only watched it once and I was like 12 years old, but I was like, great movie. This movie rips. We read the play in middle school and then we watched the movie. That's pretty much how I was exposed to it. I'm sure a lot of people have very different like experiences with this movie, but very good. Of course, Dr. No, the very first Bond movie. So it's a good boomer movie. What can I say? I think it's a 6 out of 10. Good boomer movie. Lawrence of Arabia. This might be one of the best movies I've ever seen. It didn't get a 10 because I've only seen it once. But this is like, I don't know, it's just generational cinema. Like 1962, like this was when modern movies began. Like, this was the beginning of, like, our modern cinema language. Your camera is cutting off the ratings. Oh no. Oh yeah, it is. You see, that didn't matter before because they were all half stars. Also, let me know if the audio is kind of fucked because of the fan. So if you want me to turn the fan off, I can. Great movie. 100% recommend. From Russia with Love. This is like the first 3 Bond movies really establish what the James Bond series is, and they have like all the hallmarks of it. This is the movie that has like a lot of firsts for the series. It's like the first time you see the Aston Martin DB5. It's the first time you see Q, which is really funny because I was always like, you know, I never really watched the like Pierce Brosnan Bond movies as a kid and stuff, but I was always aware of Desmond Llewellyn as like an old dude. So when he shows up in this movie and he's just like a guy, I'm like, damn, he's not old. That's crazy. I'm going in for another. Very good movie. Gotta watch it again. Very good train sequence. I think most Bond movies I will watch again. I did, of course, buy the Aston Martin is in Goldfinger. You're right about Q though. Oh, okay. I got that wrong. Well, just the same, Goldfinger has a lot of firsts for the series. So I was wrong. The Aston Martin is in this one. Pretty good movie. I feel like this one gets a little goofy near the end, so I don't like it as much as from Russia with Love. Just a few things that I don't love, you know. Old movie. All the boomers love that one. Like, good for them, I guess. Thunderball. I fucking hate this movie. 1 out of 10. I hated this movie. No sauce. 0% sauce. Sean Connery. Was this like the last one he did? No shot, right? No, it wasn't. Just, I don't know what happened. Terrence Young hasn't he made good movies? He made Dr. No. I don't know. Just not a fan of this one for many reasons. Just like it's lackadaisical. It's the most like mean and misogynistic that Bond like ever gets. Which is like, that's a thing that there are things that happen throughout the series, but this is like the worst of it. Yeah. I remembered that. You Only Live Twice? I actually really like this movie. This one's pretty good. It's a 6. 50%, 60% sauce, possibly. This one's kind of racist, but like in a funny way. This one's not as racist as Dr. No. Which is really funny. Because this is a movie where Bond does yellowface and becomes Japanese, but Dr. No is just a movie where, like, a white guy plays a guy who's supposed to be Chinese or something. So, you know.
that's just what British people wanted back then. I'm sure they did. I'm sure. Like, no doubt. Like that is precisely what British people wanted back then. Oh wait. Point blank. This movie is fucking awesome. This movie is great. Just like a noir revenge story. This guy's wife like betrays him, and then he's on the fucking hunt, and she gets murdered, and then like he's going crazy. Just shot really well. Has a really good 60s style. It's kind of based for the time. Boomers and dead people, for sure. Was it? It was the cap lifting Thor's hammer moment for boomers. What, Bond becoming Japanese? This guy made my fave movie. John Borman. Deliverance. What is your favorite John Borman movie? His unfinished Lord of the Rings project. Yeah, very good. Excuse me. 2001. Very, very good movie. One of my only forays into Kubrick's filmology. Second top left. So, Excalibur. Didn't you say Excalibur, you just found it kind of boring? Excalibur in quotes. I want to see it at some point. What was I gonna say? 2001. As Kubrick himself talks about, it's a much more visual movie than anything else. My favorite movie. I really like it. It's very procedural. I like the sci-fi elements, hard sci-fi. Not a movie big on like characters or like. There's big plot beats, you know, but it's not like. I don't know. It's just very different from like the modern movie. Huge movie for monkey enjoyers, absolutely. I was going hog wild when I saw those monkeys. We have On Her Majesty's Secret Service. This movie is an 8 out of 10. This movie is also awesome. This is the only one directed by Peter Hurt. I think it is, yeah. Very good movie. Kind of like pioneering a more fast-paced action style. Christopher Nolan was very much inspired by this movie. I think George Lazenby gives a really good performance, even though he basically had done nothing before this, and he kind of like... He's credited in a lot of things, mostly documentaries. Mario? Bro plays Mario? What the fuck? Peter Hunt edited the previous ones. This was the only one he directed. Yes, okay. Yeah, just like really good movie. Great ending. Genuinely shocked me the first time I saw it. Like I was honestly blown away by it. It's got some goofy stuff for sure. Probably the best Bond versus Blofeld we ever get in a movie, like ever. And probably the best action scenes in a 60s Bond movie. Very good. The Godfather. What can I say? It's just like the quintessential Italian experience. Like if you've ever been to an Italian family gathering, it's basically just like this. That's all I got. Good movie. I gave it a 7. The Way of the Dragon. This is the movie where Bruce Lee fights Chuck Norris, and that is about all I remember about it. Good movie though. No need to change that rating. Live and Let Die. This is a fun one. I don't actually remember that much about this movie. It's got voodoo magic. Yeah, I think was this. Yeah, this was Roger Moore's first Bond movie. So that's pretty interesting. Casey writes average day for the Rizzler. For the Godfather. Yeah, 100%. Enter the Dragon. This one's genuinely really good. If you want to watch any Bruce Lee movie, watch this one. It's a very fun movie. It's got some great scenes in it. It's got a great ending. Gave it a 6. I don't know why I rated it lower than Way of the Dragon, because this one is probably the best one. We're gonna put it at an 8. I've seen this movie like twice. Very good. The Conversation. I have seen this movie so many times that I think it's tricked me into liking it. I gave it a 6. It's one of those movies that they show you in school. And like, let's see. Casey says, did not know Protagonist was a big Bruce Lee fan. Well, I mean, I'm not a huge Bruce Lee fan. I've only seen 2 movies, I think, but it's pretty cool. Essentially, this is a Coppola movie that is pretty good. It's got a neat story. It's a little repetitive. Like, it's a very auditory movie. It plays the same audio over and over and over again. It burns itself into your brain. Like, you really just, like, I don't know, you really just remember it. Like, every now and then I just remember that audio from this movie. And, like, it's an okay movie. I don't know if I would watch it again. I don't think I would recommend it. But for as important as it is to, like, modern cinema, I guess it deserves a lot of respect. Also, it's an early Harrison Ford role. So if you want to see young Harrison Ford, watch this movie. It's not polite to give 70s Coppola a bad rating. That man owned the 70s. 100%. I mean, that's why I give it a 6. I don't think 6 is a bad rating. Because it's like, I don't like it enough to give it a 7, but I think I respect it enough to not give it a low rating. Holy shit. I'm surprised at like how little really old movies I've seen. We kind of blast past a few decades here. Already talked about Man with the Golden Gun. Monty Python and the Holy Grail is a must watch. This movie is awesome. 8 out of 10. Must watch, pioneer of just this, like, I don't know, really unique comedy style that I feel like rubbed off on the youth and kind of made its way into like internet humor. Like, I feel like this movie kind of reminds me of, like, honestly, like YouTube sketch comedy humor. So, very good. Highly recommend. Funny British movie. Rocky is pretty good. We're gonna make a review, actually. The movie is good and all, but not Charles. Paulie, is that his name? Is literally the most disgusting human. I don't know if I wrote disgusting properly. I think I did. Being I've ever seen. The fact that he is not presented as the villain of the story is wild to me. All my homies hate Paulie. Fuck Paulie. If anyone ever watched a Rocky movie and was like, this guy is literally me, you suck. You're a shitty person. I spit on my monitor. I got a lot more words for Paulie. Star Wars. What's there to say? What? Burgess Meredith, though. Yeah, Burgess kind of fucks it up. Burgess is pretty good. Burgess kind of carries the third Rocky movie. But we'll talk about it more when we get to Rocky 2. Good movie. I give it a good movie. It's kind of hard to talk about Star Wars in this format. Like, I almost don't even think about the original trilogy as like movies anymore. I think of them as like cinema history, like Greek myth or some like untouchable works. I don't know, it's crazy. It's crazy how well it holds up. It's a very quick movie. It's like a clean 2 hours. And it's kind of no nonsense. But it holds up. It's very good. I prefer to watch the 4K restoration version, like the fan-made one. It's typically the one I go back to. I don't think I've seen the special edition since whichever one I had on DVD as a kid. I don't even know if I had it or just my cousin had it. I'm not sure, actually. And then I have not watched the Disney Plus version, which is really, I've heard it's very strange. Spy Who Loved Me. Gave it a 6. I think that's fair enough. It's a good movie. I might like it more if I rewatched it. It struck me as one of the most normal Bond movies. If you're like, this is like kind of, I don't know if it's mid, but it's like a very normal James Bond movie. It's not one of the best ones. It's not one of the worst ones. I think it's just right in the middle. It's kind of the benchmark for what a Bond movie is. Bro has seen a lot of movies. The animated Hobbit movie from 1977. I gave this shit a 9 out of 10. This movie is gas. This movie rips. It's a very fun movie, and I highly recommend it. It's well animated. Fun time. Matthew Max. This is a mid movie. I'm gonna break my rating down. This is a mid movie. I don't have many words for the original Mad Max other than George Miller's career is fucking crazy. It's just not. The original Matthew Max is not very interesting. Rocky 2. Rocky 2 is a lot like Rocky 1, but just kind of more. It's like the same exact structure, and he fights Apollo at the end, just like in the first one. But I like how down to earth it is. I like the character development. I like the growth that Rocky and Adrian go through, and of course I like seeing more Apollo Creed because he's like the best character in the original series. Do I have a review for this one? Hmm. Yeah. Pretty good movie. Wait, I just realized the time. Got the text. Pretty good movie and all. Maybe even better than the first. But the fact that they still keep Paulie around is appalling. Kick his scum ass out. I don't know if it gets a like. I'm not a boomer enough to give the Rocky movies a like. I don't know. Moonraker? Now this movie's great. This is a great movie. Moonraker is one of those love it or hate it Bond movies. It's one of the most goofy Bond movies. I personally really love it. I thought it was very fun. It has some baffling editing and like editing decisions. But it's really fun. It's a really good Roger Moore performance. I really like the Bond girl in this one. We haven't even mentioned a Bond girl until now. With all the Bond movies we've talked about, this is the first Bond girl that I genuinely think is like a really good one. Dr. Holly Goodhead, because you know they love their innuendo. Very good movie, very funny one. The Castle of Cagliostro. I think this is Hayao Miyazaki's first directing credit. Which, I mean, what a way to start like a nutso career. He did TV before. This is a TV show. Yeah. Good ass movie. I like Lupin. I'm not like a huge Lupin guy or anything, but like good ass movie. Highly recommend. Yeah, fucking Empire Strikes Back. I mean, what could be said? It's the best one. It's the best Star Wars. It is like it's everything I like about Star Wars. It's got the adventure. It's got the character growth, like introspective, like spiritual, like finding yourself, but not really because Luke kind of fumbles the bag on that one, which is one of the reasons why the movie is so good, because it's a movie where the main character fucking fails his ass. Yeah. Just like what can I say, man? I need to watch it again. I watched it recently, but I'm like, I really need to watch it again. The Shining, very good movie. Scary, good themes, good performances. Whole lot. Flash Gordon is goofy as fuck. I'm gonna give it a like, honestly. It's a 2 out of 10. It's not a good movie, but I'm gonna give it a like because it was just really goofy and funny, and it has Timothy Dalton in it. My favorite actor, Timothy Dalton. What what more could you need? Timothy Dalton has like the best scene in the whole movie, or just like in the movie in general. Whenever he shows up, it's just so much better. And like funnily enough, this is like a movie that one of my aunts really likes. She's like, yeah, when we were kids, we always would watch the Flash Gordon movie, and I'm like, that's really funny. Came out the same year as Empire Strikes Back and had a higher budget. It had a higher budget, no shot. It looks like ass. This guy made a movie or two in his day. Oh man. Peak cinema. Peak cinema. What can I even say about Raiders of the Lost Ark? Just peak cinema. Harrison Ford, like all like I don't know, just amazing performances from everyone. Just what a film, what a legacy. Like what can I even say about it? For Your Eyes Only. I actually really like this one. This is probably my favorite Roger Moore Bond movie. Just a lot of fun. I really like the kind of transition into kindly old fatherly Bond, where it's like there's BB Doll who's like basically trying to fuck him the whole movie, and he's like, nope, nope, you're too young. And I'm like, this movie is awesome. Big movie for Bond skiing. Father Roger Moore is the GOAT. Absolutely. Rocky 3. This is the one that is... This is probably my favorite one, honestly. But it might be the least remarkable. No, 4 is definitely less remarkable. Doesn't he turn down... offers her ice cream instead? Yes, he does. He turns her down. Sylvester Stallone directed this one. He directed most of the Rocky movies, but not the first one. That's really funny. This is a big movie for Carl Weathers. Very big Apollo Creed like appearance and like stuff going on with him in this movie. So I really like that. I need to copy Carl Weathers. Good one. Carl Weathers got to be one of the GOATs. For real. But Paulie needs to be taken out back immediately. Bro is living on borrowed. How do I write borrowed? How do I spell borrowed? Wait, I know. Borrowed time, and I'm sick of it. Kill his ass already. I'm gonna give this one a like. This one gets a like. The Paulie hate's not gonna stop. Paulie deserves death. Blade Runner. This is another movie that I think I've just watched enough times to trick myself into liking. It's a very vibes movie, you know? It's like the first time I watched it, I was just expecting a very different kind of movie, and I didn't really like it. And now I really vibe with it because I really love the set design. I really love the not necessarily the performances or the script, but more so the ideas that it brings. Mostly appreciate it for that. And everything else is kind of just like set dressing. But it's really, really cool set dressing. And I don't know, I'm kind of into Ridley Scott. I like a lot of his movies. There's certainly a lot of ones that I don't think I'd be that into, but I don't know. I like a lot of them. I don't like Gladiator 2. I think bro fell off. Bro fell off with that one. War Games. I don't remember this movie. I don't remember much about this movie. I remember it being good. I remember liking it. I should rewatch it. But you know, we'll see. We'll see. Some of my buddies didn't like it that much. Return of the Jedi. I'm not a fan of this one, famously. Just kind of, I need to see it again. I need to kind of reevaluate it. I think the fan's going off as well. But I'm just not. This one just didn't have the sauce. It had like 2% sauce. And when I watched it, I was just so like down on it that I didn't even really appreciate the final act of the movie, which is probably like the best part of it. So, you know, I have to rewatch it, but for now, it's a 2, which is crazy harsh, but you know. Octopussy. I'm not gonna lie, I don't fucking remember anything about this movie. I do not remember this movie. I just remember liking it. And I need to rewatch this one. I really don't remember this movie. You know, you watch enough James Bond movies that some of them just blend together, and like I honestly have no idea what happened in this movie. Oh man, the Temple of Doom. Temple of Doom's a 10 out of 10. It's probably my least favorite. This one was my favorite when I was a kid. I would watch the Temple of Doom a lot. I mean, what can you say? It's got short round. It's got fucking terrifying shit in it. It's crazy. Gremlins. Gremlins is actually a fire movie. Gremlins is just like, I am aware that it's like not the movie that Joe Dante wanted to make when he made it, but it just seems like you watch this movie and you can tell that this is made by a dude who fucking loves movies. Like, this is just like a guy who just has absolute adoration for the craft of filmmaking. And it's infectious. It just bleeds like fun, like creative energy. And I think this movie has one of my favorite Dutch angles in any movie. There's like a moment where they're like messing around with Gizmo or whatever, and like water gets on him and he starts freaking out and stuff. And then they're like leaning over, and the little kid like stands up, and the camera like goes up with him and then like tilts to a Dutch angle. It's like, oh shit. You know, it's shit is going down. Okay. So, if what I have realized by going through this and like starting this kind of stream is that I think we're gonna have to do this in multiple streams, and we're gonna have to kind of maybe make this its own series, like reviewing my Letterboxd movies. That could be like a new series because we are getting through a surprisingly small amount of movies, and it's been 2 hours. So I think I'm going to talk about a few more, and then we're basically going to call it, and we will return at a later date to talk about more movies. Maybe not necessarily next week. Maybe we'll do more Xenoblade, or we'll do here and there. We'll go back and forth. But I'm thinking if people like this could return. I could do more of this because there's definitely more to do, and I don't really feel like doing it all in one. That would be very tiring. So, Terminator. I've actually only seen the original Terminator around one time. But it's kind of just like a classic movie for a reason, like mid 80s, like James Cameron. It was probably one of his first. A lot of guerrilla filmmaking. It's just one of those movies where shit just like came together, and it just like Bo made Piranha 2. Okay. Bo made Xenogenesis. Did Tetsuya Takahashi ghostwrite this? What? Okay. Yeah, undisputed classic. It was more of a horror, like monster movie esque at the time, but the series changed a lot afterwards. I think like this like really showed what James Cameron was capable of at the time as a filmmaker, and like it was really it's a really really great movie. But of course, I'm a T2 guy. What can I say? All right, so I think for the purposes of this stream, this is the last movie we're going to talk about. Dune 1984 is fucking goofy. Now, this is another movie that I've watched so many times that I've tricked myself into loving. I gave it a 5 out of 10 and a heart because I love this movie. So, here's the story. I was super excited for the release of Denis Villeneuve's Dune, and I was like, it's going to be the best movie ever made. And then I watched it, and I adored it. I was like, this is the best movie ever made. This is incredible. So I was like, I gotta go see the original Dune. Like, what's David Lynch's Dune like? So I watched it, and then I was like, this movie kind of sucks. Like, this movie's kind of ass. And then I just like, I wrote it off. And then I read the book. Wait. Let me show you my book. Dune is a fucking awesome book. And everyone should read Dune if you're into sci-fi. If you're into sci-fi, Dune is a must-read. It's a chunky boy, and it's an old boy, but it's really good. So I partook in the audio version and then got this like special edition of the novel later on, but this is probably one of my favorite books, so I highly would recommend reading it, and I really enjoyed reading it myself and listening to the audiobook. The audiobook is very, very good. And then, of course, I think I had actually watched it again, maybe while reading or maybe shortly after reading it. And I didn't really think much of it. We watched like some kind of fan edit that was on YouTube, and it was just kind of long and meandering. And then, after seeing Dune 2, which of course is one of my favorite movies, 10 out of 10, me and Casey watched this movie again. And not only did we skip the weird, gross Harkonnen stuff in this movie, it was the first time where I watched this movie and I was like, wait a minute. I actually feel like I have a good understanding of the story of Dune, like the themes of it, the plot beats of it, and just what the story is and what the book is at its core. So with all of that knowledge, revisiting David Lynch's Dune, there were so many little things that I picked up on and things that I noticed. It still didn't make the movie like much better at all. It just kind of like it gave me so much more context that I could appreciate the movie way more. And even now that I think about it, like this movie is kind of a more faithful adaptation. Not in a good way, like Denis Villeneuve's Denis Villeneuve's Dune is probably the best Dune adaptation, and I love the changes that he made, and I think like they were made for a very specific reason, and I'm really excited to see where his adaptation of Dune Messiah will go. But I've just gained newfound fondness and appreciation for this movie, and I really, really like it. So I might even bump my rating a little bit. It's a 5. I mean, it's a 5. It's not. I want to rate it an 8 because I just like it. That is what I'm gonna do. Also, Kyle MacLachlan. He's one of the GOATs. What can you say? He's one of the GOATs. Twin Peaks is peak cinema. Yeah. So that is where we're going to leave off the stream for today. At a later date, we will come back to Letterboxd and talk about more movies and hopefully get through more of these pages. Funnily enough, I did want to review all of the X-Men movies during this, and I don't think I have the energy to do that right now, unfortunately. So we will come back to X-Men and we will come back to Letterboxd and see what we can do. Overall, if I'm reviewing, I said reviewing my Letterboxd. I'm not gonna give it like a score or anything, but you know, there's a lot of movies here, and honestly, like, there's a lot that I can talk a lot about. So, if you like this style and this kind of stream, please let me know if you want to see more of it. Or if you don't like it, please let me know that you don't want to see more of it. And we will hold off on this and do something else. Or maybe if you want to see me just reviewing movies, like typing out Letterboxd reviews or something like that. Basically, you know, give me some feedback to see how you guys think about this kind of style or what I should do with it. And we'll see what we do in the future, whether it be other miscellaneous stuff or other games. There's definitely going to be more Xenoblade X in the future. All right, so that's pretty much all I have. That's pretty much all I have for you today. So whether you're watching live or watching the VOD, thank you so much for coming out. Very much appreciate it. If you want to support the show, please let me know, and I might have some links to support the show. I don't think I have those right now, but if you want to, then that's also a thing you should let me know so I can properly set up those things. And yeah, pretty much thank you so much for coming out, and have a good day. So, peace.